Hi, how you doing? What's the gossip? Let me know. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. How is everyone doing? I'll tell you what the gossip is. We're spending a cozy couple of days at home. I feel like I've not had chance to just... with all the work that I've had going on, so it's time to just do that. I've got a couple of things I want to show you that I've just bought over the last couple of days because I finished filming my other video, and then the next one, which you will have seen before this one, is going to be the Christmas 2025 house tour, which I'm excited to show you. I'm going to be filming that tomorrow. So I've got a couple of little bits. I'm hosting. I told you I was going to do it, besties. I'm hosting a lot more. I have my sister and my sister-in-law coming round tomorrow evening, so we're going to have a little night. I'm going to make them some curry and do some little cute bits, but just try and get into a bit more of a mode of like hosting and thinking about what I'm going to feed and all the cute little things. Never ever do that, so I'm actually really excited about that. I've been out buying some bits, not necessarily just for that, but if you remember, I think it was just before I went to America, I wanted to go to Next to pick this up and I never got round to it. So this is for my office. Now this was £35. It come from the bathroom area, which is a beautiful bathroom bin. However, I have seen bins like this and this type of finish. Like, look how pretty that is. You can see the reflection of the Christmas lights in it, so I'm sorry, but they're going for like £200-300. And when I saw this, I was like, that's going to be perfect for my office. I don't think I'm going to put a liner or anything in it because it will just be for like paper, you know, bits that I've got in there. So, and I'll empty that every week. But yeah, when I went in, I was made up that they had it in. I was just out before. I needed to nip to IKEA and I wasn't going to start filming until tomorrow for this vlog, but I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to sit, because I've just literally lit the fire, so you might be able to see the glow of it frying the side of my face. Heat me up. So yes, I nip to IKEA. Like I say, I'm hosting my sister and tomorrow, and this is probably going to sound like a really random meal, so you're going to have to forgive me, but I am going to do some picky bits to start off with. I'm thinking like, well, I've already started getting like some crackers, some olives, just maybe some cheese, some salami type meat, and just have that all on. I bought a chopping board, so I'm just going to have that. Well, I think this is probably classed as a chopping board. It's just a wooden block. I'm just going to have all the cheeses and the meats and the olives and stuff sitting nice on this. And I think you have to oil them up. I'm not too sure how to do this. I think you just put it on a cloth and oil it once you've washed it. So I bought some of that to do that, but I also bought one of these to use as a chopping board, but then I want one as like a cheese type board. I need to be better and I need to do some more of investigating into how to do that. But yes, that's what we're having just as nibbles as they come in. And then I'm going to do a tikka masala, a chicken tikka masala. I would normally do a hotter curry. My sister-in-law, she was like, I like a little bit of spice. I don't mind like a tikka. I'm like, a tikka is not spicy. But anyway, we're settling with that. But what I got for the little, again, I don't know if I'm doing this right because I'm not the hosting, so maybe give me some tips of your hosting skills in the comment section, because honestly, I'm reading them all because I really need it, and I'm going to be doing this a lot more. But I saw these when I was in IKEA, and I just thought that would be perfect, you know, to maybe put a little cracker on, some cheese, a couple of olives, and just sit and nibble as you're just sitting chatting to start off with. I think they were £3 each, something like that. But yeah, it's this beautiful blue and it's got like the brown, and I just thought it's a little bit different to the things that I've got, so I only bought 4 of those because I don't think I'll use them very often, but great to have in. And then also, rather than using my normal like dinner plate set, I wanted to have these for the dessert part of the night. So for dessert, what I'm doing is I've bought it, and it's like a brownie with biscuit and marshmallows, and you put it in the oven, it goes hot, with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. And I just thought, we'll just have a little bit just to end, you know, that little sweetness that you want. So I just got those little bowls that match the start plate, but I didn't just want to use my normal ones. I thought these are, because my normal ones are quite big to be honest, and they're just a nice little add, so I loved that. And then surprisingly, I don't have a salt, you know, grinder, so I saw that, and I think this was £15 from IKEA, which is quite a lot for IKEA, but it's a nice large wooden one, so the quality looked great. I had never seen this before, but probably just because I don't look in that area a lot. And I spent a lot of time in there today. Every time I go in, I get another lint roller. I think, you know, when in houses, sometimes you get a sock fee. I think I have a lint roller fee in my house somewhere because I buy these so often and they just disappear. I don't know where they go, so I bought that with some of the little lint roll. And then I also bought a little ice cream scoop. This is quite small and I like that because I'll probably just put like 2 little scoops on with the brownie. And then yeah, just something else to add to my little collection to be a hostess with the mostess. I'm so excited. And then I saw this and I thought I'll just put some water, lemon and ice on the table, just if anybody wants a drink of just water. I think my sister's a sparkling water drinker, and then I'll have like soft drinks and stuff as well. And that was it from what I got today, but I also wanted to show you this because this just got delivered while I was out. I also bought some plastic tubs from IKEA as well, which are good for all my Christmas decks. You will have seen this because you will have seen it in the tour. So on this table, I've got this garland that I've started putting some bits on. However, I can smell something from it, and it was up the loft and I didn't cover it properly. It wasn't in like a Christmas tree bag or anything, and I think it's a bit musky, so that needs to go because I can't cope with it. And obviously I'm hosting tomorrow. I've also decided on my Christmas wrapping theme for this year. So I saw this woman on, I can't remember what platform it was, but she basically had these little letters. She didn't have the same wrapping. I think she had a brown. But I've gone, this is like a burgundy. Let me try and see if you can see the colour. Yeah, it's a bit, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a gorgeous burgundy paper. And then I've got a burgundy ribbon, the same colour as this coming, that I'll wrap around the present. And then rather than having name tags, I'm going to put the name spelled out. So like if the name's Holly, I'll just put the Holly from these onto the ribbon itself, and it looked really pretty. So I bought 2 packs of those, and I'm just waiting on the ribbon to be delivered, so that should be with me in the next day or 2. So yeah, just a couple of things that I've been buying. We're going to spend some time at home. I just wanted to pick up and start chatting to you, and like, I'm obsessed with this. Obsessed. Has it been worth £35? I don't know, but for the ones that I was looking at, and don't get me wrong, I'm never going to spend £200 on a bin this size, or like an office bin. But when I saw this, I was like, yeah, it's a no-brainer. And then part of me was like, oh, do I wait till the Boxing Day sales or whatever? Because I know Next sometimes do. I'm like, I can't be bothered fighting to save maybe a little bit, because I really wanted it. If it was something that I wasn't that fussed on, then I probably would have done, but look how pretty it is. And they also had like the toothbrush holder, like soap stuff. They had all that type of range. So if this is something that you're into, have a little look on Next, and look how cute the bag is. Look how cute that is. Aww. Anyway, right, let's crack on with this vlog. It is much later now. I have been burning my rituals candle. I've had this for so long. Look at the size of it. It is massive. But I'm just going to blow it out. I don't like to blow them out just before I go to bed, because I always think, what if it just started up again on its own? But tonight was a success. You can see the table is very used. I had my sister and sister-in-law, and I did a cheese board, and then we had a chicken tikka, and it was just fabulous. I feel like that's why I have done this to my house, and that's just gave me the bug to host more. We played some music, and we watched Home Alone, and we've just honestly had a great little evening. The fire's been on, it's nice and warm. Charged all my, so these are little chargeable lamps. These are from Next. So I charged those up. They've been on literally, what time is it now? 8:30 now. I put them on at 4 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock. And also these ones from Pookie, just charged them up. I think they were on charge for an hour or something, and they've literally been going all night. So it was just cute to do that. And then I used all my little glassware and stuff that I got from IKEA. And yeah, I used all my napkins. We had some brownie and ice cream for dessert. They loved it. So I'm really proud of myself. I'm not the most, I don't host a lot, so I'm trying to be better, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So that's one down now. I need to plan my next one. And we were talking about doing a game night and stuff for New Year's Eve. So I'm actually really excited for that. I'm just going to go and clean up my kitchen. I don't cook a lot like this type of cooking, so my kitchen is, I've done the dishwasher, that's on now, but I just need to go in and give it a good clean. But yeah, a massive success. I didn't want to like shove the camera down their faces because they're not on social media like that, so that's why I didn't really film when they were around, but I knew I wanted to come on and just let you know how the night went. So because I've been in the kitchen and stuff, what I'm going to do is clean up, watch I'm a Celeb, and then I'm going to go and have a nice shower. I cleaned all my bedding today. Everything's fresh. So then I get to have my nice shower and get in bed and just all be cozy. And I'm going to put another log on the fire and just clear up. This was amazing tonight. So this is the Echo Show 11. It's the new one that's just come out. But when I was in, I had my timers on, so that I've got one in the kitchen as well. Well, I've got the Echo Show 15 in the kitchen. But what I was doing is putting a timer on then and on in there for when I would put the food in, then I could come in here and it would go off in here. I was playing music in here and I could play it in there as well, so that if I was in the kitchen, I just still felt like I was part. Obviously, once my kitchen's here, my hosting's going to be much better because I'll have my island, so they can maybe sit at the island while I'm finishing cooking, then we'll come in and sit at the table and stuff, whereas I was having to go through to the back room, which is fine. But this was I'll leave this linked below. I genuinely would recommend it, and I've got all my lights and stuff connected to it, so it turns off everything. So yeah, if you're looking to create a little bit of a smart home, I highly, highly, highly recommend this. But anyway, I'm going to go. Also, it was my sister's first time seeing the chandeliers, and she was like, wow. She's like, they look so good. So that was another success. It's the first time they've seen the house since I painted it and stuff. And they were saying that they loved the new colour. It just makes it feel so much warmer and cozier than it did before. But me and Liz have been FaceTiming every night to watch The Jungle. So she tried to phone me before, so I'm going to phone her. Watch her not pick up now. Well, you can see yourself. Say hello to my vlog. I have just been having an early evening sort out, so please forgive what's going on, but I thought I'm going to pick the camera up just because I'm doing some stuff upstairs and I wanted to show you some of the stuff that I've been working on. So I am looking a tad dishevelled, but because I've been in a zone, and I've just done all my ironing, and I know I've mentioned it before, but this iron is the most incredible thing I think I have ever purchased. It's like one of the steam generator ones. I will leave this exact one linked below. It has literally, PS, not an ad or anything, I bought this with my own money, but it literally has halved my ironing time. I just whizzed through 2 sets of bedding, loads of clothes. I absolutely adore it, and it looks pretty as well. So I'm going to let that cool down and then put it away. And also a little tip, one of you guys had messaged me to say, when you do your ironing, leave your clothes out for a couple of minutes or like a little bit, because of all the steam, you don't want it to smell musky or anything. So I've just left some of that out, and then I'm going to go and put it away. And I've also been working on a closet out there, so I want to show you what I've been doing. I'm trying to become so organised and get stuff done, so slowly but surely we're getting there, one little space at a time. But I'm going to go and put all this away, and then I'll show you what I've been working on. I've been sat watching some YouTube as I've been doing that. I fly through it. I actually really enjoy just sitting in a little zone, just getting it all done. So anywho, I'll come back to you in a little moment. So this cupboard here was full of rubbish. Well, it was just really unorganised. So I have just been trying to get it looking somewhat more organised. So eventually it's just going to be for towels and for bedding and anything like that. However, at the minute, while I don't have my utility room or I don't have my bathroom with all the storage in, I've just sort of tried to organise it. So I've got like some towels and bedding here. I've got some other towels and stuff in the bathroom, but I ironed all my bedding and I've just got it there. I've got 2 sets, so it's next time that I need to change it, it'll just be grabbing and going. And for anyone that knows me, I like to stock up on things. I hate running out, so this isn't me overstocking on things. Genuinely, this is just how I keep it. And then I'll get down to maybe a couple of rolls, and then I'll just buy like quite a few large packets, and then I'll just stock it, and then I'll let it run down again. But as I've got a couple of rolls left, I'll do this just because just how I am. And the same with kitchen roll. Again, once I've got like a utility and a pantry and stuff, I'll keep all this stuff there. But right now, it's easier to just keep it neat away. This stuff, if you remember, I ran out. I'm going to leave this linked below because I found the cheapest one and I literally cannot live without it. So when I ran out, I bought 10 bottles, and again, I just keep it stocked away and I'll make my way through it slowly. And then when I went to Costco, I got some like wipes and stuff, so just nice and neat away. And then up here, I've just got like my steamer. And then in here, I've got all my toothpaste that I brought back from America. So I bought quite a lot of those, as you can see, but it is my favourite toothpaste, and next time I go out, I'll be stocking up again. So I've got loads of them to get me through. And then just some moisturiser and stuff that I got from there. And then in this part, this has got like my teeth whitening that I got from America as well. So yeah, it's just to keep it all organised. And then I've just popped my iron up there. And then these are filters for my air purifiers. So I just wanted to stock up on those just so that when they need to be changed, I can just change it from here. But it feels so much better already, just having everything sort of in a bit of a neat space. And then, like I say, once they've got their own homes, I will be able to get them all in there and have this more for like linen. However, right now I can't. So it's got all that in it and I'm pleased with how it's turned out. I don't think you realise how that's as high as I can reach. It is so tall. But yeah, I am made up with it, and I've just put my iron board there. Again, that'll be in the utility room once that is all done, but it'll be done soon enough. I keep just telling myself that. I've spent a lot of time in my office today, to be honest. I've been doing loads of editing and stuff, so that's why things are just a little bit messy. But I have almost, I think probably one more coat this evening, finished doing the door. I know the lighting's not the best. Let me turn the big one on. But yeah, I know the lighting's not the best, but this is still a little bit wet. Is it? Why is that texture a little bit different? That's interesting. Maybe I hadn't mixed the tub enough. I just seen that as I put the big light on. I'll sand that back and then get some more on it. But yeah, the actual door itself is pretty much, well, not done, but not far off. So a little bit more. And then this room is pretty much done, which makes me happy. I'm just turning the big light off because I hate when it's on. I just need to get a lampshade for this lamp. And I think that's it then, if I'm honest. It's just a case of zhuzhing round. I'm going to put this on the wall. I may do that tomorrow, actually. I was thinking about that today when I was editing, thinking I needed to get that done. This area over here, I love. Makes me so happy. This was the little vase that I got when I was in Target. And I got these from the range last year, I think. They were quite inexpensive, but that just looks cute on the little window ledge just to give it a little something. But I also actually, if anyone remembers, this was the cushion cover that I made earlier this year, and I always made it with the intention of going in my office. That was before I had even done it in here, before I had even decorated in here. So I think what I'm going to do is get an insert for that. I don't know whether to just sit it on the chair, because I've got this little cushion here. This one here is for the chair, so maybe, I don't know if it would go with that pattern, if I'm honest, but maybe I would just set it on the chair. But yeah, the original idea, before I had even designed my office, because I knew it was going to be dark and green and moody, I made this. This was my very first little cushion. I put a zip and everything on. My friend's mum helped me. And here's my new bin that I got that I'm just in love with. It's not staying there. That's just because I have not organised it. But yeah, it's almost done, guys. It's almost done. I've not got the lights on the reef or anything because I was just in doing all the ironing and stuff. But this space is almost there. I just need to figure out what's going on with this door and get it finished up this evening. And then we're all done. So, talking about stocking up. This is an example of what I do to stock up. So I've gone out and got some washing up tablets because I realised I was on my last pack. So I bought 2 of them, which is like over 100 washes. And then I realised I only had half of my dishwasher tablets. So I stocked up on those. So I'll pop those all upstairs in the little room, and there's 100 tablets in that as well. Again, I know that it's probably not needed, but I just like to be organised and have all the stuff in, and I just don't have to think about it, and then I just have to think when I see it, but it's not like a panic. And then all that I've been doing is my smart home, my Echo Show 11s, the ones that I've been talking about for a while. I've got all around the house. Like this, when I realised that I was running low, I just asked her to add them to my shopping list. And then when I go shopping, I just open up what I've been asking it and it's all there. So I find that it just works for me. I know it's a little bit crazy, but hey ho. And also I have just bought, when I posted my garland on my stairs, I did say to people, do you think I should put some lights on it? I think I mentioned that. I don't know if it was in this vlog or the last one, but everybody said yes, put lights on it. And I didn't want to put the ones that I had on because there was too many. So I have just bought 200 lights just to go on. They're warm white. So what I'll do is I'll pop some in. I'm going to go and put them on and then I'll let you know if I recommend them. I decided to go for battery ones for here because my stairs they don't have a plug at the banister side. There is one, but then I would have to run a wire across like the landing or the stairs. And I'm just like, I don't want to do that because I'll either trip over it or it'll be an eyesore and it'll just frustrate. So I've got 2 packs of these to see what they're like. But I'll keep you posted. I'm going to go and pop them up now because I want to see what that garland looks like with some stairs. So, with some lights. So come along with me and see how we get along. Stop. It looks so cute. This has only got 200 in, so it doesn't look dramatic because we know most of my lights are quite dramatic, but I love the simple look of this, and that's why I didn't put a ton on here because I wanted it to be a lot less fussy but still dramatic with obviously how bushy and stuff it is. So these lights are actually amazing. I'll leave these exact ones linked below. The colour on them, so these are much warmer than my living room ones, and I'm kind of like, my living room ones are warm, but I'm kind of thinking, oh, maybe next year I go this warm on my tree. I don't know, I'll have to see, but it has made it. I don't know if I need maybe one more pack. You can let me know what you think. Let me turn the lights down a little bit and maybe you'll be able to see. But yeah, there's not a ton on, but I kind of like it. You can also make it twinkly as well, but oh, that has made it. So all you guys that were telling me to pop some lights on, you were absolutely right. I never doubted you, and just look how amazing it looks. And to be fair, I did say, should I put lights on? Because I was obviously leaning more towards that, but I'm so glad that I made the decision. And there's something so magical just about these little simple ones that are not as, like I say, I adore the full look of this, but there's also something more traditional and, I don't know, like homey. I don't know, there's something that these just speak to me a lot more. I don't know what it is, but I adore them. So you have to let me know what you think. And like when I'm sitting in the evening, I think what I would probably do is sit with all the lights on. I would probably just keep the lamps on here. And let's say I was entertaining. This is what it would be like if you were like sitting at the dining table. That's what you would see. Just the lights going up. I'll just zhuzh around with some of them, but it looks so good. And then when you're leaving, you'll be like, bye Sheldon. And I'll be like, give my garland a little hug. I adore it. I absolutely adore it. From a short form point of view, this was the hit of the year. The videos that I posted on this just blew up. You've loved this. Everybody loved everything, to be fair. The comments have been beautiful. Like, I'm still a little bit speechless about like all the lovely comments on YouTube in particular. All the videos around the Christmas decor seem to be doing really well, and I think it's because you guys seem to like it, so thank you so much. I'm just sitting in a little bubble of love and it makes me happy. So I'm literally just sat watching Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I've only started it. Well, I started it the other week. I'm on season 2 and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I feel like I'm starting to get to know the characters. I've mentioned that before. It always takes me a season or so to warm up to a new Real Housewives, and then I start falling in love with certain people and then I'm hooked. But yeah, I'm going to have a little bit of a chill this evening. My video's already edited. which is my whole Christmas tour of the house. I'm so sad because I didn't get these lights in it because they hadn't arrived by the time I had filmed it. However, I did talk about it in that video. So that video is due to go up tomorrow, so I hope everyone likes it, because that's me just talking you through my thoughts and all that good stuff. But like I say, that goes up tomorrow, which I've already edited and it's ready to go. So I'm just sitting here patiently waiting to see what you guys think. But so far you've loved everything that I've put up and stuff. So fingers crossed you'll like that little video as well. And then I know a lot of people do Vlogmas throughout December. I just don't feel like I don't have enough stuff going on in my life, and while I could vlog every day and just talk about what I'm doing, some days it would be I'm sitting on the sofa watching movies. I can sit and chat to you about the build up. I just don't know if daily vlogging would do that. What I may do is maybe pop up maybe an extra 1 or 2 videos every week, because I already post 2, maybe posting 3, maybe 4. Let me know your thoughts, because like I say, I'm a little bit torn on, because sometimes I think YouTube becomes oversaturated in December. I love watching Vlogmas. I consume so much YouTube through that month. But what I don't want to do is be uploading if you just don't think actually there's that much going on and I've got loads of other people, so just stick to the 2 videos, because I can just do that too. So please let me know your thoughts, what you're thinking. But I'm so excited for Vlogmas and watching people and consuming. YouTube comes to life at this time of year. For me, I mean, I watch YouTube more than anything else. I'll come in, it's the first thing that I put on. I put it straight on my TV and I'll just sit and watch my favourite YouTubers. So yeah, let me know in the comments actually. Maybe we need to share some of our favourite YouTubers, because I think I need to find some new peeps, because I've got some amazing ones, but I feel like some of the people that I used to follow almost stop uploading a lot of the times, and that makes me sad. So I think I've had a couple of people drift away that just don't do it anymore for whatever reason. So let's share in the comments who some of our favourite YouTubers are, because then we can all all go and maybe find some amongst us and share the love with some other people. But yeah, I would love to know that. Let me know. But anyway, I'll pick the camera up in the morning. Tomorrow's Sunday. I don't have many plans, which makes me happy, because then we get to just have a bit more of a relaxing day. And yeah, I'm watching I'm a Celeb with my friend. I think I've mentioned that. And we FaceTime every night. So it's 8:20 now, so I'll be getting ready to FaceTime her soon. So yes, I'm going to go do that, and then I'll pick the camera up in the morning. Good morning. How are we all doing? I've just come to Aldi just because I needed some garlic bread, because I'm making a spaghetti bolognese tonight. But I'm on my way to the office for Styledazz, because we've got some turtle doves. We've got some festive things, but the turtle doves that are arriving today, we've not done a huge selection of like Christmas stuff because it's our first year. However, Andrea found these and I was like, we need to do them. So we've got those. We've got a wreath, we've got a couple of we've got some bells that were similar to the ones that are on my garland. So I'll show you quickly when I get there. But I was like so excited. But like I say, on the way there, I was like, I need to nip into Aldi. I just want to get everything ready for tonight because it's just me. But I was like, I just want a cozy night at home with a spaghetti bolognese, some garlic bread, just living the dream. So that's the plan for today. Last night, I just relaxed. That was it after filming and stuff. That's all I did. All the turtle doves and stuff, they're only going live the day that after this video goes up, so there will still be some stuff left. So if you're interested, I'll show you them when we get there anyway. But yeah, let's go and have a cute little time. I'm just going to nip in here. I won't take you in because it's Aldi and you probably all know what Aldi do. So I'll jump in quickly, jump back out. I've not been in Aldi for so long, and I think that's why I decided to come here. I was like, I've been going to Tesco quite a lot. I was just like, there's an Aldi near the Styledazz office, so I was like, let me nip in there and just see what they've got. So that's what we're going to do. Try something a little bit different, eh? But yeah, I'll speak to you in a second. So I know I said I was going to show you the turtle dove, but they hadn't arrived. It was actually something else, which makes me sad. However, they will still be live, which is probably a better thing for you guys because they'll probably arrive at some point tomorrow, so I'll do stories and all that good stuff on socials. But then, yeah, tomorrow at 6 p.m. when this video goes live, you can have a little look and see if it's something that you're interested in. But I just think it would be dead cute. But I I bought myself 2 cushions. Now these are actually from Styledazz, and some people will be like, well, it's your own brand, why are you buying? But because we're such a small business, I just like to make sure that I'm contributing and not taking money out of it, because I want to use that to reinvest, buy some gorgeous stuff. Now we don't actually have any more of these left. I bought the last 2. I've had my eye on them since we launched and they didn't sell. So they did sell, but I still had 2 left, and I was like, I'll leave them for a little bit, and if anybody wants them, then I won't buy them. No one bought them, so I was like, well, that is only a sign. But I am obsessed. Like, look at the fabric in it. And then it's got like this green tassel running around. I think I may put these either on the sofa or potentially on my bed. I'm not too sure yet. But yeah, when we had our Black Friday sale, I was like, how can I not have these in my house? How can I not? These were one of the first things that we bought from Styledazz. We bought quite a few. And yeah, there was 2 left, and they had been sat there, and I was kept toying back into. I was like, shall I buy them? I was like, well, I'll just leave them just now and see if anybody else wants them. And like I say, I am so obsessed. How can I be so obsessed by a cushion? I swear to God, interiors is just something that I love so much. I've just had a guy come. He's done a lot of damp work in my house before. He's done beside the fireplace when I move in. Old buildings tend to, in the UK in particular, especially if you've got a basement, sometimes have a bit of rise and damps in certain areas. So I've done that in the guest bedroom. That whole wall needed membrane. They did that. So anyway, he come because I need some work doing in what will be the kitchen. So I'm already planning ahead just to get it all done. So he come out, and he's not seen the house for quite a while now. I think the last time that I got work done was probably over a year ago, so he's not been in quite a while. He came in and he was like, wow, it looks so good. So we ended up talking about like the interiors and all that good stuff for a while. And yeah, I literally was just obsessed by the conversation. He was saying that he's just built an extension. He was showing me some pictures of his extension and stuff, and I'm like, I'm just totally here for these type of conversation. And he was like, would you mind if I took some pictures, because he wanted to show it to his partner to see what she thought of because I think they're currently pulling their styles together, and he was saying that she's into neutrals and all that good stuff. So I'll have this conversation with anyone, and yeah, it just brings me so much joy. So that's why you will see me get so excited by bringing a cushion into my life, because honestly, last thing that I think about at night and the first thing I think about in the morning, and that might be sad, but I just love creating a home. And I've been starting to design the kitchen now. I did some of this on a kitchen design website, and then I did a little bit on ChatGPT just to almost get it to design a cooker hood for me. So it's not the right dimensions and stuff, but this is what I'm thinking. I don't know if you can see that, but obviously this side here will be right against that wall. It's not going to be bright white or nothing, and this will all be moved. This will be the island, and then the kitchen will go down like that, but it's going to have like a big hood. Don't know if you can see that very well, but that's the type of style that I'm going for. I have just been looking, and I've ordered samples for the coven or cornice fit in there, because I don't know whether to keep it quite simple or to go for something a little bit ornate, maybe like the hallway. So I've saw this woman, this lady, and I think it's an apartment she lives in. And again, this is where I become obsessed by interiors. I saw her, and I think her content was more just around her place, but you may follow her, I'm not too sure, but I'm just going to zoom in on, I don't think you can actually see the kitchen there. Yeah, there we go. So our kitchen's there, and then this is like our dining table, and that's the type of cornice that she's got in her kitchen. And I love that cornice that looks really old, and then a gorgeous, I'm not going for a modern kitchen, I'm going for a shaker style in-frame kitchen. However, that type of old with new, obsessed. What's her name? Oh, I've not screenshotted it on. If I can get the name of her, I'm sure her name's Laura something, but I could be wrong. That's her apartment, and honestly I think she's moving out of it as well from what I've seen. She just does content like at home and stuff, and I saw that kitchen. So yes, I've got my house coat with me. I'm just sitting wrapped up. I've got the heating and everything on. I'm so cozy. But yeah, so that's what I've been thinking about in terms of the kitchen. So already started getting the membrane and all that, the damp taken care of. He's going to come back to me with a quote. I've ordered the samples for the coven. I've got the blinds already, which probably I got them because I wanted the privacy now, but I'm almost used to just having it open. So, but I'll show you, I've already showed those actually. And then thinking about I've designed the kitchen, and maybe what I'll do is a whole video on my design, on my ideas, on what I want that to look like. If that's something you would want to see, let me know below. But yeah, overall, I'm really starting to get excited about it now. So I don't know when the kitchen will be done, but what I'm doing now, I've mentioned this a few times, is I'm just doing the prep work. So taking care of the damp, putting the coving up, getting the electrics into the places that they need to be, getting all this plumbing, all that sort of stuff that's not very fun and I want to just do all that slowly over the next couple of months, so that when it comes to the kitchen arriving, I literally can just be put in. I don't want a kitchen to arrive and then I'm doing electrics and doing plumbing and stuff, so I'm doing all the hard work. Obviously I did the doors, which are in there, so I had already started last year. I did the external doors, like the big bay, and then I've also put the doors in to what will be the utility room and stuff. So it's all go, it's all exciting, but yeah, I'm going to just slowly be doing it. And I'm not at the pretty stage or the stage where there's anything much going on in there for you to see, but once it gets membraned and once I get my samples of the cornice and coving, maybe that'll be a week or two that they'll arrive, I will show you what I'm thinking, because I would really love people's, because I think a lot of people are going to say go simple, but that one that I've just showed you there, I love the idea of having that type of vibe in that space. And the ceilings in there, I think they're a tad shorter than in here. In here's 10 foot, and there I want to say is 9 foot, so they're still maybe 9.5. They're still good sized ceilings. It still feels like a tall ceiling, so I think it can handle that dramatic cornice vibe. So yeah, let me know your vibes, let me know your thoughts on what I've said already, because I know I've just rabbited on a lot about it, but it's what's in my head. And yeah, as you can see how once that kitchen's done, and then I can do the utility room off the back, and then I can do the downstairs toilet, then the last sort of main house stage to be done would be the bathroom, and that would be it. Every room has been done, and then it's just a case of tweaking as I go along then, which that bit that's easy because I do a lot of that work in the garden, then obviously curb appeal of the house and all that sort of stuff's the stuff that I then go on to after doing all the inside. But I'm not really, I've touched the exterior, like little bits like painting and putting lights up and all that sort of stuff, but nothing like I want all the drive doing, I want a nice gorgeous pathway, I want the back patio all doing, I want all that stuff. But yeah, in terms of the internal side of my property, that's all going to get done first. So I've rabbited on a lot, and I've already started editing this video, so it may be long, and I would love to know, if you made it to this point, what is your ideal length of a video? Because I've toyed with this, and I know I've asked a couple of times, but I've gone from sort of like maybe doing some 25-minute videos up to sort of 40-minute videos, and I tried to get that as but let me know your thoughts, because for me to have longer videos, I need to sit and talk, because especially because I upload twice and maybe 3 times at certain points throughout December, to do that, I mean, I could sit in front of a camera. My videos could be 3 hours long, because I could sit and do this all day long. But I don't want to bore you. So what is your sweet spot of a video length? I would love to know that in the comments. If you've made it to this point, I'm guessing we're probably on the verge of 40 minutes now, so you may like longer videos, and maybe the people that don't like longer videos have cut off 20 minutes ago. Who knows? But yeah, I would love to know that. But I am going to finish this video up here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for being a bestie, and I'll catch you in my next video.